ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are listening to me from, Ghana, Egypt, the Philippines, all over Africa, welcome. My name is Solomon James, and it's my pleasure to anchor today's leadership um, webinar. But first, let me appreciate the dynamic leadership that we have in Emery. We want to thank our board of directors, Mr. Tankamfo, Mr. Lau, and Mr. Yap, especially the leadership for Africa that is being headed by Mr. Yap. I want to thank him for all the sacrifice and everything he has put in place to give us a platform that we can call home and we can truly build from. I've had few privileges to sit with him and listen to how he handles things. I mean, just intelligently put things into perspective, and we are proud to have him as the president for Africa and the entire Middle East. We want to also acknowledge the dynamic leadership of the Queen of Africa, Miss Queen Komoda. So just so lovely. I mean, she's just so amiable. She's just so friendly and takes everything personally to make sure it's resolved, and giving us the platform to build on. All the country managers across Egypt, across Ghana, across Nigeria and the Philippines want to say thank you for all that you have done, and thank you for putting your energy behind Emery that we call home today. Now, about over 15 years ago, something happened. I think that should be somewhere around May or June 2004. Now, I happened to attend a conference because I have a background in petroleum engineering. I mean, I went to school, I read mineral resources engineering. I went back and I read petroleum engineering, and I went back and I picked up another course on industrial chemistry. So as someone looking to ride through the corporate ladder in the oil space, we attend conferences also. So sometime in 2004, I had the opportunity to attend a conference somewhere in Abuja. It was the National Association of Petroleum Explorationists, we call them NAPE, that were actually holding that conference in Abuja. And I was in Abuja. Now, I had the vice president for the global organization of NAPE, they call them the American Association of Petroleum Geologists. He was there. And during his speech, he said something that caught my attention. That was 2004, I'm talking about 16 years ago. He said that the oil industry is shrinking, that people should begin to look at other sources of creating an income. Now, for me, it's a crave for people to find themselves working in the oil space. And this is somebody at the top trying to look at the crystal ball that people should begin to look at other things. Now, I don't know what other people had, but I took that to heart. And I started looking for things that will begin my journey to create residual income. And thankfully, somewhere around December 2004, I had one of my very senior pastors hook me up and told me, because I just got married 2004, 16 years ago. So he said to me, getting married is one thing, sustaining your home with constant and consistent cash flow is needed. So I said, what do you have in mind? And he said, you might want to consider network marketing. Well, that began my journey in network marketing, even though it wasn't something that I wanted to jump in. Since my wife is a medical person, I decided to register that she will use the health product for her clients and things like that. But as the year goes by, I discovered that this is the industry to be in. But again, the question is not just being in the industry. The question for many of us is, how do we create a residual income out of this? Because we've seen systems come, we've seen systems go. Now, for me, I'm an only son, okay, of the family. We are just two of us. And I found out that my family was struggling a bit. My parents were struggling, but they did their best to keep us going. So I said to myself, will I want to repeat this cycle? It means it's not just enough to make money today. We should be able to create a system that will keep this, to have this continuous flow and make sure that it is sure. That was my quest in looking for systems that will help us make this happen. So again, it's my privilege that this afternoon I'll take you through some of the things that I've learned in the space of about 15 years in this industry, looking at how we create residual income. If you are ready to go, somebody just type in a yes on the chat room and I will roll. If you can hear me well and you are ready, just type in a yes. Okay, let me be sure I'm not missing anybody. Thank you. Yeah, I see that coming in. Thank you very much. Good, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, Patrick, thank you. Dano Fomado. Lioness, thank you. Sylvia, awesome, beautiful, beautiful. Frederick, Lebechi, wow. Brian Lewis, thank you. Duncan, all right, now we are good to go. Now, there's something that I saw a couple of years ago. It's a quote from Jonak. I mean, if you've been in the industry, you should know Jonak. And he said something quite interesting. He said, if you understood residual income, you will walk through a brick wall to get it. If you understood residual income, you will walk through a brick wall to get it. And the times we are in right now is so much important that people right now are now thinking, can I still stay at home and get this flow coming in? Guys, if there is any wall before us, it's time we break it down because we must all qualify for this residual income. Now, but to get residual income, there is something we must all understand here, and that is effective duplication. Effective duplication. Somebody rightly said that a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle, and I believe that. Okay, that a candle loses nothing if it lights up another candle. We need to light our candles effectively, touching one region of the world to the other. Today, Emery has successfully planted its footprint in 8 countries. We are lighting our candles, one nation after the other, and it's something beautiful. This is a template that we will need to be able to create rock solid residual income. However, what do we need to duplicate? If we talk about effective duplication, what is it that we need to duplicate? Now, do we duplicate being professional? Now, initially people thought that network marketing was for people who were just like tired, who are not educated, who were just being lazy about. But what do we duplicate? Do we duplicate professionalism? Now, like I said, I have a professional background. That we are doing this does not mean we do it any different. So do we duplicate being professional? I think we should. Do we duplicate good prospecting techniques? And we are learning all of this from our leaders, okay, coming on different platforms to teach us how to prospect. It's something we might want to look at. Do we duplicate personal sponsoring activity? Remember, new entry into your organization is the lifeblood of your business. Some of us are getting stalled because there is no new entry. So it means sponsoring people is a lifeblood of our system if we will need to keep the pipe full and flowing. Do we duplicate the right attitude? There are some attitudes that are quite cancerous. So what do we duplicate? What type of attitude do we duplicate when things are not going and we just scream, we complain? Or can we duplicate the right attitude that can go through our team and help us build the right organization? Do we duplicate the right work ethic? Meaning you take this as something you want to do and you have set up schedule and time where you are doing your business. You don't just do it when you feel like. You don't build your business once in a week, once in a month, and you say it's not working. What do we duplicate? Do we duplicate personal growth? Last week, Ms. Queen Komoda was talking about the Emery hour, your power hour. your personal growth hour. Do we duplicate personal growth? There are different team leaders here sharing books. I mean, we see Mr. Jonas, once in a while he will share materials for people to read. I see Duncan doing that. I see Dr. John Mokoro doing that. I see who else is doing that? Lots of the leaders are doing that, sharing things. Personal growth is important. Do we duplicate this in our team? Do we duplicate our getting started process? And in case you do not know, in a couple of weeks, Emery is overhauling his system and something is coming. A system that anybody from anywhere can just get started picking up all the pieces. Do we duplicate that? That one we want to duplicate. Do we duplicate being a good sponsor? You are just being so nice, you are just being so motherly, you are just being so fatherly to everyone. Is that what we need to duplicate? All of these things are very, very important if you must build a solid system. However, I hold this view to be self-evident that there is one thing that I think anybody who is serious about building a rock-solid residual income with Emery should duplicate. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to consider this, that your income has nothing to do with the number of people in your organization. Let me repeat that again. Your income has nothing to do with the number of people in your organization. And don't get me wrong here. Now, having a large organization is good. It's good for you, it's good for the industry, it's good for the business that we have a large organization. But why am I now saying that your income is not dependent on having a large number of people in your organization? Now, I want you to hear me. You can have 1,000 people in your organization and they are all dead. Instead of having down lines, you have die lines, people that are dead. What's the use of 1,000? What's the use of having 10,000 distributors times zero? It's still zero. Are you creating a duplicated downline, or are you creating what I call again die line? It doesn't matter. Somebody can have 10 and the 10 of them are active, and somebody says I have 1,000, the 1,000 of them they are dead. Again, your income has nothing to do with the number of people in your organization. That is good, but not good enough. If you truly want to create a rock solid income, then you must duplicate one thing only: duplicate volume. If you can hear me, please type volume in the chat room. If you can hear me, somebody type volume, because that's what we must pay attention to. Volume. Yes, thank you. Volume. What should you duplicate? I want to see that in the chat room going. Good. Volume. Regina, Lioness, thank you. Thank you, Adal. Thank you, Galaxy. Thank you. Volume. It's critical that we duplicate the right thing. Okay, yeah, I get that. We are duplicating volume. That's what we want running. Abigail, I see that. Aki Barreto, I see that. Volume. Okay. I see Dr. Felix there. All right.
Yeah.
That's what we should duplicate. Now, like I said, if you have 10,000 persons in your organization and they are not duplicating jack, you'll be stranded. You are on an island. You need rescue. If you have 10 persons in your organization and they are duplicating volume, it's just a matter of time you'll be smiling with Mary. So now that we've established that the one thing that is critical to our financial success and a steady flow of cash is volume, what type of volume should we be focusing on? How do we create this volume in our businesses? Well, there are 3 different types of volume that I've grown to understand and study, and I see them also applied here with our businesses if we want to grow. 3 types of volume. Number 1 is what we call introductory volume. Now again, like I've said, that a new entrant to your organization is the lifeblood of any organization. So we've got to create what we call introductory volume, getting people introduced and joining our team and our organization. Number 2, we need retail volume. People who you retail your products to, having customers. This is a critical volume that we will X-ray. Number 3, personal consumption volume. This is very critical that we all duplicate this in our organization. For me, these are the 3 different volumes that if we can make this happen, everyone will have a story to tell just in another 1 year time. Now, these 3 volumes, what are they? Let's look at them in perspective. Introductory volume. Now, this is created when a new distributor joins your organization. Every time a new distributor joins your organization, understand that yes, the number is increasing, but the volume is also increasing. The new distributor must place an order. Somebody joins with a classic pack, that is 500 points. That's 400 PV. Somebody joins with an agency, that's 5,000 points. That's 4,000 PV. That's a higher volume. Somebody join with a tier 1, that is 12,500 points. So it's one thing for people to join you once they begin to place order, which is why you see a number of persons will tell you they encourage people to do the agency, because the introductory volume that is also coming into your organization is increasing. We don't take away those who have the power to start with a classic pack. They should, but it's what you focus on that grows in your organization. I have a team member that there is only one person in our entire organization that she only has just one classic. Everybody in our organization, they are all agency partners, and she's a manager. What does that mean? That is what she chooses to introduce. However, make sure you start somewhere. Start increasing and duplicating your introductory volume. Get people to join you. So let's duplicate this. I have 10 persons and I tell them, know what? This is what we need to duplicate. Introductory volume. The next quickly we need to look at is the retail volume. So the retail volume, how do we create the retail volume? Retail volume is generated by purchases. So people are joining you to make purchases. Somebody called me somebody dropped a message for me on my YouTube over the night that she wanted to find out how to get the product. That's a retail customer. You can retail to them. Somebody called me the other day from Castina. Find ways. Retail the product. Is generated by purchases. It requires real customers. The challenge is, for many of us, we are so focused on introductory volume, on getting people to join our businesses, that we don't know that there is serious money even with the retail business. Last week, Ms. Kumoda talked about the 30 to 50% discount also. We need real customers. Customers. Now, don't just focus on distributors, because if the distributors are not coming and you're not creating a hub for customers, you feel pressured. Many people are pressured because they think having people to join them is the only way they can make money. No, you could make money also with your retail volume. And this is my recommendation. Why don't you begin to build a base of about 20 customers? And I'll name names here. I see few people doing it, and I'm impressed. I see somebody like Duncan Anange. I mean, he has crafted and mastered the act of going to pharmacies, having pharmaceutical shops as people he could supply. He has done that in Ghana. He has done a few in Nigeria that I'm aware of. So they are not members, so it's not an introductory volume. But you have these standby people that are making requests. You deliver the products to them. Your target is 20. It mustn't be in 1 week. It mustn't be in a month. Even if it takes you 5 years to have a steady customer base of 20 persons. If they are using Virgin, it will finish in 1 month. If they are using Adwell and they are using it well, it will finish in 1 month. If they are using Vita, it should finish. And you are constantly servicing these customers. Now, I hope you know by doing this, you are also tapping into the 5% repeat sales point that Ms. Queen talked about last week. If I have 10 customers, 20, and just 10 of them go ahead to be placing order in a month, that is volume. And remember, that is steady. That is steady because it's a steady order. If this one does not have place an order, the other person will place an order. So tap into the 5% repeat sales program or point with just 10 customers. That's retail volume. The third one, volume we need to duplicate here is personal consumption. Now, personal consumption is created through the personal use of the product. I believe that every one of us listening to me on this leadership call today should be a product of the product. For some of us, we are pushing in Mary, you have not used any of the product. I can't use Virgin, but my wife can use Virgin. I have the experience. But I can use Vitae, I can use Adwell. Which product are you consuming? You get to hear people ask some question and you know they've not used this product. You've got to see somebody who has been in the business for 9 months and the person is asking you, when should I use the Adwell? After 9 months in the business, after 1 year in the business? Personal consumption. If you consume and we duplicate that across board, what do you think will happen? Now, what's your objective? Your objective simply is to duplicate all 3 types of volume. Our objective is simple: duplicate all 3 types of volume. Introductory, the retail, and even the personal consumption. Now, let's look at a few things. For example, we talk about the introductory volume. What helps us? How do we go about that? What are the activities that will help us? Because when we talk about introductory volume, then we are talking about enrolling people into your organization. You must look at the activities that can help you do that. 1, you must learn how to enroll new distributors. Learn it. Nobody was born with it. We all learned it. So learn how to enroll new distributors. New distributors will build introductory volume. Connect with your leaders. Learn how to enroll new people into your organization. This will help. So in your introductory volume, if there's one activity you want to pay attention to, or whichever you lack in the skill for if it's the introductory volume, the question you should be asking yourself, what activities will help me do that? Learn how to enroll new distributors. If you are lagging behind with the retail volume, what are the activities that can help you to build the retail volume? You've got to learn how to promote. You've got to learn how to promote. You must promote to hit your retail volume goals or targets. Now, what are the activities here? You've got to learn how to promote your product. Now, mind you, I didn't say sell your product. I said promote your product. There's a difference between selling and promoting. Learn how to promote your product. Now, by promoting your product, what are you doing? You are gathering customers. And by gathering customers, those customers will be the one to now create your retail volume. Are you seeing the process? Promote your product. From that, you gather customers. Those customers create the needed retail volume. Number 3, personal consumption. What are the activities here? Simply be a product of your product. You should place order for your product every month. I don't imagine being in a marriage and you are not using the product. You are a passerby. You must be a user of the product. The activity is simple. Place an order this afternoon if you have not. Get the product, open it and use it. And use the product. Be a product of your product. Now, let's go back to the introductory volume. The activities that can also still help us that way to build. Now, enrolling new distributors into your team, because I said you must learn how to enroll new distributors. Somebody says, so how do I do that? You do that by enrolling new distributors into your team. And this is not recruiting. I mean, we don't have much time to be able to break this down to different segments. This is not recruiting. Learn how to enroll people into your team the right way. Now, to make that happen and duplicatable in your organization, have a clear vision and share it. Have a clear vision. Now, there is something I learned from our one-star director, Mr. Dan Sekwe, the other day that he was taking the 90-day game plan. And when Mr. Yap was also anchoring at the end, it was a clear vision. He had a clear vision. You must have a clear vision. Now the vision is our team should produce 3 executives this week, 10 executives this week. If we have that as an agreed vision, can we all go into these activities? Yes. So create a vision for your business. I mean, people ask me, I want to join Emery. I say, for what? Because if all you want to join is just to use the product, by the time you join to start getting the product at the members price, game over. Create a vision for, now in promoting your volume, what are the activities here? You create volume. This is again not selling. You are promoting the product. Now imagine somebody I was this slim. You don't force people to buy. Nobody wants to be sold. Selling is force. Force is resistance, and resistance is bad. Now, for every one of us on this call, one way or the other, you get to see somebody pick up the phone and they call you. Immediately they begin the tone, you know if they want to sell you something. And before they land, you're already resisting it. Has anybody done that? I have, and I still did it up to this morning. People are sending messages to you. They just want to sell you. But there are some certain things that you are not selling anybody. You are just promoting something. You are just promoting your product. Find creative ways. And I'll share one. Something happened, I think that was last week or 2 weeks ago. With the lockdown, I decided to do something. I saw a video that Sifu Chilicholi did. I call him Sifu. He did a video on Hardwell and Vita, the practical of it, of which anybody can do that just for you to take your phone, which is why you must have your product. So he did this practical of the oil and the starch. It was just a few minutes video. So I took that video and I started engaging some persons online on WhatsApp. And basically, like I said, first of all, for you to be able to promote, you must engage. Again, let me repeat this. Conversation precedes commission. Conversation precedes commission. Some of us want commission. That is why we are selling. You must be engaged with your people. It's a conversation. So, hey, how are you doing? How's everything? How's the family? Just checking on you. They will return back. There is nothing at stake. And we just get to exchange few things. But I hope you are not adding weight to this period. Now, I see it's a target. I know the kind of people that if they eat a little, they will blow up. I hope you are not adding weight to this period. And they will laugh. I am adding weight. I mean, I'm getting heavy, I'm getting flabby, and the rest of it. And you are, I hope you are exercising religiously. He said, I can't even lift myself. He said, seriously? Wow. Then there is something that can help you out. He said, what's that? I said, don't worry. Let me send you a short clip. Watch it and see how you can reduce your weight without stress. Now, I wasn't selling. We're having a conversation. And I sent them that short minute video of just the practical. I'm not explaining Hardwell. They just saw, they don't know what it is. They look at it. They just see the cholesterol dropping. They see the starch dissolving into liquid form. The next thing they said, what is this? Tell me about it. Guys, was I selling? Now I took that, I sent it to my to our tribe. We have my team, we have a tribe, a group. So I sent it to the tribe. I said, guys, this is what I'm testing out. This is what is happening. And they started testing it out, and we started having the same result. Create volume by promoting the products. Don't force people. You must buy you. You must buy you. Nobody send you. Promoting and selling will both result in sales. But you understand that there's a difference between promoting and selling. The energy behind them is different. Use your natural promoting ability. Share your product's value and your results. Share. We all share. We all talk about things. So engage the conversation. Again, conversation precedes commission. If you get into the space and you're engaging in some of those useful conversations, if the conversation is not what you want, find a way to tailor it in a very subtle way and you still get your result. Speak with passion and confidence. And that will help you to increase your retail volume. Again, when we try to sell, we attach to the end of it. We attach to the end result, which is why when people don't buy, you feel this negative vibe. You will attach to the end result. But when you are promoting, I said, hey, look at this video. I'm not attached to it. The curiosity gets them back, and you can take it out from there. The last one here is the personal consumption. Again, what are the activities here? It is simple. Be your own customer. I want to emphasize, be your own customer. And let me say this, some of us will have lost few repeat sales points because either we get to buy our product at the last day or it jumps into the new month. So why not? I know I need it from the first of the month. So place your order on time. Be your own customer, everyone. So imagine if you have a team of 100 persons or 200 persons and every one of them, they are their own customers and they are purchasing this product. They are using the product. Have you seen that you are duplicating personal consumption volume? And I'll show you the effect of that volume because these activities will help us to create duplicatable effort. Duplicatable effort is equal to duplicatable volume. The issue here is that you are doing something else, I'm doing something else, another person is doing something else. Can we create? It's a system, it's simple. We all do a simple effort. That effort will cascade down the entire team and we now have duplicatable volume. Now, let's look at an example where we can probably do 500 points per distributor or 400 PV. And guys, listen, I had prepared this 2 weeks before Miss Queen did this last week. I don't know whether Ogbonlola Mehan saw the slide because she was asking me, do you want to change it? So it's something I'd already crafted. I sat down and crafted, and I only needed her permission to take out something from what I saw that she added to bring this to life. If all we do every month that we duplicate is even 500 points per distributor, will that make a difference? Either they are going for Vitite, either they are going for Adwell, either they are going for Virgin. Will it make a difference? Will it make a difference? It's important that every one of us, let's set this as a goal. This is an example. Now, like I said, this was taken last week, but again, I want to re-echo that if you are to buy the product for your personal consumption, that should count for your repeat sales bonus. If you're able to do 400 points, if you do your Vitite, you are qualified, a box of Vitite. If you do your Adwell, you are qualified. If you do 3 boxes of Virgin, you are qualified. Now, have you seen how this also ties to your retail profit? Because even if you are retailing this to people, you are automatically qualified for this, which is why we must also still pay attention to our retail volume, even when your introductory volume is yet to come in. What's it? Simply reorder of product using your retention point. You reorder your product using your register point. And these bonuses are calculated once in a month, from the first day of the month to the last day of the month. Mr. Denesekwe said something again the other day. He said the first of a month, immediately he places his order. because he doesn't want to miss. I have missed a couple of times. Now, so when I learned that from him, I said, you know what? Once that payment is made, make your order instantly. Then as other retail volume begin to come in, you know that it's just an addition. Now, why is that important? Because the company is paying you 5% for 10 levels starting from yourself. So imagine you are doing personal consumption, level 2 personal consumption, level 3 personal consumption. Have you seen what we are duplicating here? We are just duplicating consumption volume. It will cascade down to everybody. It's so interesting that when you look at what she presented last week, just a simple performance of just, if you were to have 200 persons in your organization, some persons have 1,000, some persons have 3,000, some of us are building there. You might say, I don't have 200 yet, but now you understand what the numbers are so that you know how to duplicate both the introductory volume, the retail volume, and even the consumption volume. Because with a volume of, let's say, a downline of about 200 persons, and each of them happen to do, let's say, a V-tide, an Adwell, or even 3 boxes of Virgin, and you create just 500 points, which is 400 PV. Your bonuses that's 20, repeat sales bonus of 20. The volume of about 200 persons, you are doing about 4,000 points here. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks small, but even if you could do 50% of that, that's $322 US. 50%. 50%. That's 118,000 naira. That's 5,600 Egyptian pound. That's 16,400 pesos. Now, with this, you could go ahead and still, it helps you to move around, you still place your own order, get your internet, you are building. Remember, this is residual. This is not the I must sign up somebody. This is just residual. Just on, let's even say we have personal consumption alone. Everybody should be going for this. What happens if you have 100%? Now you are looking at about $644 US. You are looking at 236,000 naira. So like I said, this is an example of a good duplicatable effort that we can put in our organization. Let's say each of us choose to go with 2 customers a month. Let's pursue 1 new distributor with agency pack in a month. And can we do 800 PVs, personal consumption? Because why will I be taking the Adwell and I'm not taking the V-tide? I mean, we are at home with the lockdown, you are eating a whole lot, so your Adwell is helping you, your V-tide is helping you to boost your immunity. We can go for 800 PVs personal consumption a month. Now, imagine if this is duplicated down in our organization. What do you think will happen residually? Now, somebody is asking, where is this leading us to? Let me show you quickly. Let's do what I call 2 a day, 10 in play. 2 a day, 10 in play. What does this mean? 2 people in a day. Try to reach out to 2 people in a day. Try to reach out to 2 people in a day. That means 5 days in a week. You would have reached out to how many persons? Mathematicians, 10. In 4 weeks, that will equal to 40 people per month. What does that say? When you have a number of 40 people a month and you are just looking for 2 customers and 1 distributor who joins with an agency pack, is that possible? Yes. We have the John Mokoros, we have the Pastor Naf, we have the Daniel Sekwe, we have the Mad Lions, and the people that can do large numbers. We have different hurricanes there, Talatu and the rest of them. They can just pull in probably 40 people in a day. But everybody might not be able to duplicate that. But can we all agree we can reach 2 persons a day? We are not saying 2 persons that join, but we reach 2 persons a day, 5 days in a week, 40 people in a month. Can we harvest 2 customers out of that? Yes, we can. Can we get 1 distributor in a month? Yes, we can. Can that affect the bottom line of your team's organization? Yes, we can. All of this plays out if you understand tap routing. Tap routing. Please type in the word tap quickly if you can see this. Tap, just tap, T-A-P. We are not tapping palm wine, just the word tap. Okay, thank you. I see that. Tap, 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 because I want to say something quickly right now, before we just round this up. Tap routing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, guys, pay attention. Pay attention. I want to say something very serious here. Tap routing is critical if you must build a rock solid residual income. How does this work? A taproot system is the largest, most central, and most dominant route from which all other products and all other roots sprout laterally. For many of us, we are not building tap roots. We are in a haste to hit the rank without building tap roots. Build tap roots. What do you know about tap roots? It typically grows downward, directly downward. You must create depth in your organization. Build depth. I'll show you this. So a taproot is needed. Listen, if you are not building a taproot, you'll be frustrated. How? Please take a look at this. Taproots are hard to uproot. I don't know how many of us have seen a taproot before. It's hard to uproot a taproot. It's hard to uproot a taproot. But ladies and gentlemen, even if you try to uproot a taproot and it breaks, the part that stays in the ground will often resprout. Is it possible that some members of your team will leave? Imeri, yes, take that or leave it. Take it to the bank. You are not in a covenant with anybody. We will provide all the system, but some will still choose to leave. They will leave because they were not part of the taproot. They've not created the taproot. Have you seen that it's difficult to pull a big leader out of an organization? They have built taproot. If you want your people to stay with you, work on building taproot. They are hard to uproot. And even if they choose to leave, the other part that stays in the ground, the other part that are still in your organization, they will resprout. We have seen this happen over and over again. What does this mean? As you leave this call this afternoon, urgency is everything. Urgency is everything. In Mary, it's easier to build fast than to build slow. If you ask me one regret today, I started building slow. I took about 2 months, and I told them anyway, again, like I said, I just come from, I lost my dad, so none of this was on my mind. So I postponed the building. It took about 2-3 months before I got into the mode. But urgency is everything. I listened to an audio that Dr. John Mukoro had with J Mama. You've got to listen to that audio, you will laugh. He was saying rubbish. But you know what? Ignorance on fire beats knowledge on ice. Ignorance on fire beats knowledge on ice. For some of us, we want to learn everything. How did we get the virgin? What is the formula? You want to know everything. Before you finish knowing everything, people are already becoming diamond. They've taken all the people you should share with. Urgency is everything. Can we drive 7 levels deep? Let's even take the common template of having 3 persons. You know you can do more than 3, but like I said, everybody's not a superstar. Can I just build 3? And you tell that person to build 3. You've seen this model in our MOPs. What are we saying here? Urgency, urgency. Get everybody on board. Let's build fast. What are you doing with that? They are creating their own success story. The taproot is going down. Duplicate, don't complicate things, guys. Imeri is simple. Simplicity is key. I think it's just a copy and paste. Copy and paste. In all you do, we are trying to create and modify the success stories and the things that have lasted. You are wasting time. There are videos right now. Webinars are out and they are putting the replay. Take that. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. There are articles. Copy, paste. Don't complicate things. Follow the proven plan. Follow the proven plan. If you want to hit rock solid residual income, if you are too big to do the little things, you become too small to achieve anything. You can do this, guys. Don't be the one, I can't do that. They're having a webinar. That one is not for me, it's for small people. Great leaders start off as great followers. There are people who join Imeri today, they want to change the compensation plan. Didn't you see the compensation plan before you join? Start first as a follower. All great leaders started off as a great follower. You don't join today, you want to change things today. Stay where you are if that's what worked there. It's simple. humble. Drop your ego. The bigger your ego, the smaller your paycheck. The bigger your ego, the smaller your paycheck. Make everything the issue, but not yourself. Stay out of the spotlight. For some persons, nobody registers in your team except they pass through you. You are becoming the clog on the wheel of progress of your organization. Everything shouldn't be about you. It will be more exciting to see activities happening without you even knowing about it. Point them to the system, which is why in a couple of weeks, Emery Growth University is bringing out an overhaul system. You just point people to the system. Guys, be a lifter and not a leaner. Be a lifter and not a leaner. Leaners hope for spillovers. You have not sent somebody to me. You have not registered somebody under me. You have not put somebody under me. You have not helped me to break my board. You are a leaner. Check all the people who are creating the record. They are not waiting. Leaders create spillovers. Leaners hope for spillovers. Leaners wait for who will come and break their board. Leaders break the board. You've got to listen to the story of Mad Lion. All her strong legs left and went to another leg. She would have given up, but she started that leg again. All great leaders create momentum wherever you are. Other people are not working on that board. Seize that board. Take ownership of that board. Don't be a leaner. Stop leaning on the leaders. Put somebody for me. Pay for me. Pay for my people. Drive for that. Work your people's people. Listen, guys. You never see the whale or the white shark on the surface. Sometimes you spot them beneath. And I've seen this across the board of the top leaders and people who are succeeding right now. And I like the way Peter Drucker said, he said the fruit of your work grows on other people's trees. The fruit of your work grows on other people's trees. I remember Reverend Daniel Sekpe will leave Ghana and he will come and work on other people's people. He will work on other things. I was with him in Port Harcourt. We traveled. We traveled down to Enugu. Before I would blink, he was already in a Boeing with Gloria, working other people's people. If you feel like I don't have people coming to join me, but you have 10 persons, those 10 persons have people. Work your people's people. Mad Lion will jump from one state to the other, working other people's people. Dr. Lange will jump, building, working other people's people. And you are sitting there saying, and then they chop the money. Why they not go chop up? Drive for that. The fruit of your work grows on other people's trees. And guys, if it's possible for you, it's also possible for others. If it is possible for you, it's possible for others. Let me say this as I bring this to a wrap. Your success is your duty. It is your responsibility. In Emery, be the role model for your team. Take responsibility. With all we have said, I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that if you build an introductory volume, taprooting down. If you build a retail volume, taprooting down. If you build a personal consumption volume, taprooting down. Guys, a 6-figure, 7-figure annual income, in the words of Mr. Brian Lewis, with Emery is inevitable. It's been my pleasure talking to you and sharing this moment with you. I wish you great success as you pursue your income goals with Emery. My name is Solomon James, and I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity.